Today's episode, making my old Craftsman workbench portable. Currently, the bench sat on 4 furniture sliders. Now this worked okay, but I figured there could be a better solution to moving this around if need be. The problem with this Craftsman bench are the legs. They're not shaped into an enclosed cylinder or square where you could possibly put a fitting in there of wood or metal and attach a caster. That was one of my options, but due to the complex shape, I had to go another direction. Now I struggled to find a solution to make this bench portable. So I had 2 factors going into it. I needed it to be reversible because I like things being able to be reversed. And secondly, I needed it to be simple because I don't want to spend tons of time. I might just get a new bench in the future and avoid this problem at all cost. Now I had an idea to make a fitting for this, but like I said, the shape of the legs is awkward. As you can see, it's only on one side. The other side is open. It's not enclosed. Interesting. I still finished cutting out this supposed template. I don't know why. I think I had another idea, but I never went through with it. Then I finally decided, let's make a simple dolly so we can roll around the Craftsman bench when needed, if we're cleaning or reorganizing the garage. So I went to Lowe's and picked up several materials. A piece of 2x4 plywood at just under 3/4 of an inch. 4 of the cheapest casters I could find. These are 3-inch swivel casters. They'll get the job done. Then 4 1-inch lag screws, which didn't end up working as I thought they were going to, so I'd try something else. And finally, 1-inch deck screws. I decided to measure out 5x7-inch pieces of plywood to put underneath the main piece of plywood. That's also where I'll attach the wheels, and so I can use that 1-inch lag screw we talked about earlier. As I measure out the 5x7-inch pieces of wood, I also like to note that I did buy some ear protection because the saw is really loud, and previously I was using Beats by Dre, which did not cut it, unfortunately. Now here's the rough unattached layout of the dolly, each of those 5x7 pieces of wood with the caster on top. First, I'm going to glue those wood pieces down with some wood glue for extra strength, and then follow up that with the 1-inch deck screws. I then marked the middle of each piece of plywood so that I could center my casters, and then made a mark where I'll be putting my pilot holes. I wanted to drill first before I insert that lag screw. As I alluded to earlier, I would not use these lag screws, especially if it's this exact caster, because the lag screw head was getting in the way of the swivel and the wheel could not fully rotate without being forced. I have since then updated the lag screws to a different flatter screw that I randomly found at Lowe's. I don't know what it's called, but it works now so the caster fully swivels and I can actually surf around on this like it's a skateboard. The last step I had to do was put the Craftsman bench on top of the dolly. Now this was pretty awkward to do with one person, so I had to kind of shimmy one side on top and then try to get the other side, but I decided just to manhandle it and just pick it up and put it on there. The drawers were all falling out, but luckily everything stayed intact and we got it on. The big pro of this dolly is not only will I be able to move it around when I need to, I also created a little bit of a storage area underneath to store things like plywood or other tools. Last thing to note is those legs again. As you can see, here's the inside of what it looks like. They're not enclosed, so this was the best solution for now. If you have any other ideas, let me know in the comments. That would be great. Highly appreciate it.